Good morning, everyone. It's good to see y'all up this morning. I hope you are, one, when you got up out of bed, that you thanked God for letting you get up out of bed. Try to make that the first thing you do in the morning is to talk with God and to thank Him for waking you up. Try to change your mindset and let it change the atmosphere for the day. I just wanted to come to you to encourage you this morning, and we're talking about acres of diamonds and what to do when we are in that hallway. And so many times we're in the hallway. As Christians, we go through different seasons. We're not exempt from that. He reigns on the just and the unjust. And just because we are a child of God does not mean that we are not going to have bad days. And as I said last time, just because we have bad days does not mean that we're not anointed or something has happened to us in our walk. That's just something that's going to happen. But what we got to know is our difference is God is with us through those bad seasons, through those bad times, through those times when we don't understand. See, we have God with us to walk us through that. And there is a purpose in it. And when we come out, there's going to be a testimony. And we're going to see, great things. So we're talking about what to do while we're in that hallway. And, the first thing it says is to always remember that God is the doorkeeper. And you always have to remember that. Remember who opens that door and who shuts that door for you. In Revelations chapter 3, verse 7 and 8, it says, "What He opens, no one can shut, and what He shuts, no one can open. You see, I have placed before you an open door that no one can shut." So when you're in that in-between place, you're trying to get to another place. And there's a door. In order to get to that other place, there's this door that has been placed there. A door separates one room from another. And this is important because it means that you don't have far to go. Like when you're in a home and there is a door, and then there's the hall, and then there's another door. There's not far in between that you have to go between the two doors. And sometimes we think that we're going to stay in the hallway forever. Because if we've come out of a season of joy or happiness and something has happened and we are going through grief, or if we're going through an illness, or if we're going through pain, or if we're going through family crisis, and we haven't seen our prayers answered, we're going through that hallway of a really dry season where we don't feel anything. Sometimes it feels like we're going to stay there forever. That door that is in front of us is not opening anytime soon. But the truth is, God can set that door in your life, and you can walk through the fire of that hallway and into another place just like that. Just like that. That's why you have to be expectant. This is the day that God is going to turn that key and that door is going to open. And I am going to walk into a new chapter of my life. See, you can be in a place of sorrow one moment, and God can transition you through a door to a place of joy unspeakable. You can be so broken and so hurt and so desperate, but in an instant, God can take you to a door of wholeness, of healing, of that joy, of hope, of increased faith. He can take you to that next chapter of that change. All it takes is a door. And with one step, you can access it and everything changes in your life in one moment, But always remember, God is your doorkeeper. Open doors give you access to something, and closed doors deny that access. You know, when the children of Israel came out of Egypt, and God, He parted that Red Sea so that they could walk through on dry ground. God had opened that door for them. I mean, there was no way out. There was the sea in front of them and the army behind them. And it was God that opened the door. And see, that was unexpected. Who sees a sea that parts like that? God can open a door in a place that don't seem like a door can be opened, in a really bad place, in your bad season. He can open a door. And when the water caved in on that army, He closed it. He closed that door. Sometimes I think we forget who God really is. He's mighty. He's strong. There is nothing impossible with God. If He wants to shut a door, He can. And if He wants to open a door, He will. But also remember that life has doorkeepers too, that come in different ways. Some people, they can shut you out. They can stop you from having access to something or someone. They can make you feel like you don't belong. They may try to block your progress. They may try to stop you from pursuing what God has in store for your life. They may even try to keep you from believing the acres of diamonds that you have inside of you. But they are no match for God. None. He can open that door that no man can shut. So it doesn't matter who may come against you, or who don't believe in you, or who don't like you. If you're supposed to be somewhere, God's going to take you there. So if you are asking Him to uncover those diamonds of acres in your life that you can see right now, you have to allow Him to be the doorkeeper. You have to believe that He is going to open and shut those doors for you. You know, when the angel of the Lord, when Jesus had died, and when the angel rolled the stone away from the tomb, God opened the door to His resurrection and our joy. He opened that door that no one could ever shut. If you surrender to God during your times of those trials and testing, He is going to open the right doors for you and close the wrong ones. I know that hallway is hard. I've been in it. And in some ways, I'm still in it. You know, everyone knows my story of grief with my parents. That is a hallway. And it's still, a hallway that I walk in. But God has opened a door where He is restoring my heart, my broken pieces. And, it's so easy to want to give up when you're in that hallway, when you don't see that change. But remember, in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 35, it says, "Do not cast away your confidence, which has great reward. For you have need of endurance, so that after you have done the will of God, you may receive the promise. For yet a little while, and He who is coming will come, and He will not tarry." So live by faith. And remember who your doorkeeper is. And remember that God's with you in that hallway. He is walking with you every day, every moment of that day. Do not quit. Do not give up. You're not defeated. You are not weak. You are anointed. You are a child of God. You are mighty. Lift your head up. I know you may not feel like it, but lift your head up and say, God, I know you are my doorkeeper, and I look for the day. I look for the moment that you open that door for me. And just remember, it is better to walk with God through a war than any day without Him. God loves you and He's for you. So I just want to encourage you this morning that your season will change. You're not going to be in this hallway forever. That door is going to open up for you. I want you to look for it. I want you to expect it. Just remember, God's your doorkeeper. I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all today. If you ever need anything, reach out to me. All right. Y'all be blessed. Bye-bye.